Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing today? I am just putting together a video for you that I created a spreadsheet for Florida Fantastic Five, which the Fantastic Five for Florida is really all the numbers are between 1 through 36. But you got to try to master to get five numbers correctly to win the big payout. And if it's just going to be a few numbers here and there, I mean, there's still going to be wins, but it's just going to be literally how many numbers you choose and how many numbers hit. So there's several different payouts that I've noticed on I'm sorry, Fantastic Five. So if you just get one number correctly, you don't really win anything. But if you get two numbers, I think you get like a free ticket. And if you choose three numbers, the estimate win I think is like $10. If you get four wins, that's like $107. And then if you get all five numbers in a row, you would win the pretty much the jackpot, which is like I think it's $100,000. So yeah, I mean, this is a pretty interesting game. I've noticed that most people like to play. It's just really how you play it. There's the Fantastic Five. I think there's like with Easy Match in Florida that you can also play, but there's different payouts. So just make sure you keep track of what you're playing on that side. But this is a chart I created, which is a automated wheel system that I created. I have one that's for Powerball as well, but this one is really just for the Fantastic Five. But this one is pretty interesting the way it works. These are your dates and everything else here. So if you do get this chart, I mean you can change that evening, midday. They have drop down boxes. Just make sure you update your numbers and keep track of it. But the way I like to play this is just really this is the numbers that are here are all pulled where these numbers are showing up as, which are the average of the numbers itself. So if you add this and it's 118 and this 118, if you average it out, it went to 23.6, right? Then it just goes to the next nearest number, which is 24, and that's why these 24s are highlighted here, right? So let's take a look at some numbers here and take a look and test it out and see how this works. So let's say if you were playing the midday on January 20th, if you come down here, here's the date. And these boxes here are just really to keep track of your oven and even even numbers or odd numbers. So let's do this. So let's try 4, 7, 26, 27, 33. Right? So it was the sum of 97. Then I hit run wheel. This will automatically adjust. These numbers here will adjust to these. So this is just a wheel. The first number, it'll readjust back to 4 here. So a 3 will appear, 5, and then it just runs back down. Each one of these boxes are the same way. So I adjust that. See, here everything else has adjusted. So now that's the wheel. And then I hit the run average. When I run that, automatic updates here, and all these numbers that are played. Some people like to play the boxes, the 5 by 5 box that's shown here, right? So that's how it works. So now the next numbers that we're going to be looking at, sometimes a lot of these numbers will appear in the same row of these average numbers that appears. So the next winning number of that day was 4, 8, 25, 28, and 32. So that was the number, right? So if you look at the box here, let's see how many numbers we hit up here. So there's no 4. Is there a 7? I don't see a 7. Is there a 26? There's a 26 up here. Is there a 27? There's no 27. And then there's a 33. So both these two numbers were hit here. But then if you play the boxes here, some people like to play either the date. Some people like to play the date and try to match it to here. Like for me, I like to play the average itself, the number. So where is 19? So 19's here. So I'm just going to highlight that really quick. Let's make that blue. And then if the 19 is down here as well, I'll highlight that blue, right? So now the 19th, so these numbers that appeared here, the next winning number is sometimes always attached near the 19 itself. So let's look at it. So the next day's number was 4, and then there's an 8, then there's a 25. There's no 25 in this box. There's no 28 or 33. Well, there's a 33 because it's the winning number itself, right? But then if you look at the box here, 19's here, 4's here, and then is there an 8? Nope, there's no 8. 8's down here. There's a 25, then there's a 28, and then there's a 32. All right. So that's how these boxes played out. But it's really, you just gotta pick and choose. This box is interesting too. A lot of times all the numbers will appear in this yellow category boxes because the winning number is here. Somehow it readjusts to that. So if you look at those numbers, the 4 is here, then the 8 is here, 25 is here, and then 28 is here, and then 32 is here. See, sometimes it always loads up here as well in this yellow box. That's the reason why I highlighted this box itself. So some people like to play here, some people would like to play these boxes here, or you can choose one of these boxes. But for me, really just understanding the Fantastic Five, I always base it off of this box here because it's always the closest of anything else. You may choose the numbers from here and try to match where you think it will appear here, so you can do it that way as well. So let's try the next number. So let's try the 4, 8, 25, 28, and 32. Right, so that's the sum of 97. So we go ahead and run the wheel and average it out, which is 19. So all the 19s that have been pulled onto this here. And the next midday number came up as 6, 12, 18, 27, 31. Right, so let's go back to the 19. So 19 is here. See, there's a 6, and then 12 end up on this side, and then the 18 is down here. Then there's the 27. 27 didn't play in this box because this is the lower numbers here. But if you look up here, if you go back to 19, I'm sorry, it's going to be 19. So let me go and remove that blue button back off and put the blue button here. Right? So now it's 19. So that's the average number. So now let's go ahead and look and see if there's no 6. There is no 12. Oh, there is a 12 by next to the 19. There's an 18 here. And then there's a 27 on this side. And then the 33, which there is no 33 here because it stopped at 32. So that's how the box will play. But then let's look at this box here, the yellow one. So let's go ahead and look at that. So the next number was 6 is here. And then there's no 12 in this box. There's no 18 in this box. There's a 27. And then there's a 31. See, so somehow it's always glued to this here. This box, somehow all the numbers sometime appears here. So it's really interesting, but you just gotta mess with the chart itself over and over. You can always choose your numbers and put it down here as well, whatever numbers you want to play. So just that way you can have control of this. And that's just a quick tutorial on this spreadsheet. This is a cool spreadsheet that I created, which is just based off of the last winning numbers that came up. And that's the way I want to show you guys on this chart itself. So, but if you guys have any questions or anything, just go ahead and reach out. And you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Take care.